hello. How is everyone? Hello. Where's my screen dark? There we go. Ah, hello. Hello, hello. Danny, congrats on first. CJ, how are you? I know this track, but you can't place it. It is from Hotel Dusk. It is a Hotel Dusk song. And hello, little birdie. Hello, Lapsod. Hey, Lady Ma. Hello, Bagel. Hello, Diva. Hello, Nova. Hello, Bum Fluff. I don't think I've missed anyone. Don't think so. If I haven't, show yourselves. Show yourselves. Tell me off. Number 1 Ace Attorney player taxi. I failed for like an hour. Thank you for the host, Diva. I failed for like an hour on one fucking part. Anyway, yeah, sorry I'm late today. I was at the hairdresser and my hair took like 3 hours, so that's really cool. And then, yeah, then I had to make food. Which, because I ran out of time, my food was a fried egg. On bread. Quality dinner. Oh well. Alright. That steak was cooked though, it was. Okay. So the menu picture's changed. It's now the for the second case. Eat the cat. Maybe. If worse comes to worse, the cats are always available. Give them a munch. Alright. Why am I so turned to the side? That's better. Alright. Alright. Looks good. Let's go. Back to Burnt Mate Holmes. Fucking, yeah. Herlock Sholmes is insanely cooked. Alright. Let's go. Continue. Yes. So we're partway through a chapter, because it was like a good break point, because we're like in the middle of an investigation, so I was like, okay. Thank you for hosting as well, Bumper. Okay, examine. Looked at that. Some bits on the ground. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate on the table, of course. Which begs the question of, when and how did the plate end up on the floor? But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean... Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? Aww. It's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Oh, I feel so bad for both of them. What should I do for dinner? All you have is popcorn and curfew starts in an hour. Uber Eats, I don't know. Can you drive anywhere for food? Like, is basically everything? Yeah, popcorn, obviously. Table. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Was the chicken meant to... Oh, okay. Was the chicken, like, had some kind of drug in it that made him sleep? But it was meant for, it was meant for Asogi. But then the person came in to, like, get something, I'm assuming, thinking that Asogi would be asleep, but Asogi wasn't there, and then they murdered him, and they didn't actually mean to murder him, and it was all a mistake. They just wanted something else. There you go, I've solved it. Chimkin. Macca's. Yeah, get some Macca's. If you lick all the flavor of the popcorn, then put it back in the bowl, you can eat it later as a second meal. Genius. You should eat drug chicken for dinner. Delicious. I fucking hurt my finger somehow. I don't know how, but it's sore. I don't know what I did. Okay. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No, no, no. Okay. Everyone remember my theory. Everyone remember. What do you think this looks like? It looks like... What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. It looks like a bell, probably for that bell thing that is on the side. I don't know. Eat popcorn with salt only. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? Mine is salt and vinegar flavor, but also you may be allergic to vinegar. Really? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It's sort of... It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It's the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. We can't look at the ink. It's all looked at. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah yes, I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over, and then when I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Caramel popcorn. I like just like the plain like salted butter popcorn. I think that's pretty good. Or that like, you know that stuff that you get at supermarkets that's like those multicolored popcorns? And they're like long life popcorn things. I kinda like that too. The long life. Well, I mean, they're like pre-popped. I assume they're longer life than like most other popcorn. Cause like, if you pop popcorn, it's usually stale after a little bit. Like after a few hours, if you go back to the popcorn, it's usually stale. It's always best to have it fresh. But like, yeah, the multicolored, yeah, sweet popcorn. It's like, it lasts ages without getting to that weird stale texture that regular popcorn is. Rainbow popcorn. See if I can find it. Way to add an image? No. I've not had this stuff for years, so I don't even know if it holds up. This stuff. This like exact bag, I think. Multicolor popcorn. It's like, yeah, it's like sweet. It's like if Fruit Loops became popcorn. That's a very good, that's a very good description. You've never had those. Maybe it's an Australia thing. have no idea. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mowed down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma-sama's doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Oh, we're looking closer? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see it a mess. Why? Don't move things. That's ruining the crime scene. That's ruining things. I'm mad over Kazuma dying because someone else ate his chicken. Yeah. That's really sad. But then again, if it wasn't Kazuma, it would have been us, I'm assuming. Actually, nah, we would have been hidden in the closet. It's like 1895, they don't care about preserving a crime scene. Well, yeah, the first case had like a detective guy who was like really like, I care about like keeping evidence and stuff like that and making sure it's a good investigation. And I think they made comments about how in England and stuff they keep crime scenes how they are at the time, whereas Japan doesn't, kind of thing. They brought that up, that there's a difference in their investigations. We'll return with food. Place your bets. I want to say just popcorn. Oops, I accidentally skipped that. It said, these are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Bura. Booyah. I don't know. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Are we gonna see pets? Is someone gonna have a pet? Kebab! I've not had a kebab for a long time. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Aww. I want to look at everything before we speak to that guy. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Bag chicken. You gonna sip some chicken juice? One of your local places will ruin kebabs for you. They marinate their own chicken. I can tell it tastes different to the other kebabs. Oh, okay. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet you, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoroughly? No, thoughtfully. Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on the ship? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Kebabs are such a comfort food. You'd probably be okay. Years you'd always eat their chicken rolls because the taste of their chicken was so good. Okay. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the outside of the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and the frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. There's another one. Wait, is that... the crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Does that look like Hasanaga? I don't know, it looks like him to me. Like he's got like the little grey streak in his hair. Why don't we try talking to him? Yeah, the arm pose. Well, I thought the arm pose was because he had the waiter, the thing on him. But I guess. Man, is he undercover again? Why don't we try talking to him? Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again. But I suppose I could try. Ooh. I'm glad he's back. That's very cool. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no. It's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help but feeling I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes? What can I do for you? Oh, it's fucking him! Does Hasanaga have our chicken bones? He's probably picking them up right now. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Oh, it is. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hasanaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? Yeah, I don't want him to die. Oh. I think that should be my line. I was stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship. Again? Man, okay, if he is... I wonder if, like, what he's investigating is some kind of, like, international thing that we've somehow got like caught up in, because like he was there for the other woman and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like, I wonder if he just is happening to be along with everything and it's just a big coincidence. We're just gonna see him throughout the game and it'll all come together. Because like, I don't know, I'm guessing there's gonna be some overarching story. You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Is that a JoJo reference? What did they say? I've also not seen JoJo. Was there anything else we saw? Look at the desk again, apparently. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat when he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. The last entry he made is such a mystery. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. What on earth could it all mean? Speckled band from the ventilator. We really do need to get into that cabin next door, seeing as that's where the ventilator connects to. Yes, I agree with you. Alright, let's go this way. That, everything. Oh, what's this? Nope. Okay. I think we looked at everything. Okay, time to speak to you. Excuse me. What? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigated a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking prison guard to help him escape. Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Yet. You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay. Alright. There's no point trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Okay, he says nothing. Let's talk to Hosonaga. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. Hmm? This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Ah. It was the Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. Ryunosuke is basically going to be Kazuma's successor. Yeah. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board. From morning until night. Every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Aww. He let his guard down. I guess he doesn't monitor the bedroom, I guess. I don't know. We were doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not. Yeah, otherwise it'd be obvious, yeah. Did you guys hear Bombfluff sneeze? Yeah. You thought it was the game? You heard that bomb? Sometimes I hear myself sneeze or something in your stream, but very rarely. You have to be talking at the same time, I think. Like if your mic isn't already open from you talking. It was a hearty sneeze. It was quite loud. It like echoed down our hall. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose. I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. How would it be possible to give me something to work with? Do you think I'm gonna need something persuasive? What do you mean? If I had solid reason why the next door cabin would be investigated, should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocent, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. You're looking at the DS stuff. I think $95 US is installation plus parts. And a clamshell DS is like $50 and could probably eBay one direct to the guy. Ah. I don't like the old DS though. Old DS is ugly. Ugly. It's bad. Okay. Is the original DS and the DS Lite screen size the same size? I wonder if you could take the DS Lite screens and install them into the original DS. Because honestly, it's not about the design of the handheld itself. It's the screen is terrible on the original DS. It's got, from what I recall, it has terrible like backlighting and quality. But I wonder if it's possible to get a screen replacement. I feel like that wouldn't be really common though. It'd be trickier finding parts for one that old. Because yeah, like I feel like it'd be quite uncommon because like there's lots of like screen replacements for like, you know, Game Boy Advance and Game Boys and stuff like that. But there's no demand for an original DS screen replacement for like better quality. Because everyone would just get a DS Lite. DS Lite screen was good enough, yeah. Like there's no reason people would want a better screen on the original DS. That'd be really cool to get an actual DS capture card, because then yeah, I could actually play games physically. Oh. Simply select the present panel. Ooh, presents. And choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. DS Lite worked with older R4 chips, so you could get free games. Did the original DS not use them? And how are you doing, Circle Jerker? The original did too. Okay, that's good. Because that would probably be the only reason why I'd want to do this setup, because man, fucking DS games, some DS games are expensive now. How you doing, Maho? Your DS didn't work with your R4 chip. Okay. Yeah, Cause yeah, like I played Ghost Trick on stream last year, but to get a physical copy of Ghost Trick is like $250. It's an expensive game now. Hey Chris, how are you? So it's like I'm all for R4 and stuff like that because games are too expensive to play physically. You have a functioning DSi somewhere. I could probably just give it to you. No idea where it ended up, but well, that's the problem. Ah. No, it's like I have a DS Lite and I have 3 DSs and stuff, but getting them to capture for streaming is kind of what we're looking into. You good, Harold the Friendos? I'm doing okay. I've had a very long day. That's okay, Maho. The objection's just it's so sudden. It's just like, he yells at you and I'm like, ah. Ghetto stream, just point a camera at it, you'll be fine.
Zip, zilch, big goose egg.
Honestly, is it worth not using an emulator for it? I've had trouble with DS games on emulation. Like, we played Hotel Dusk, and some of the puzzles were almost impossible to do, borderline impossible to do on emulator, just because of the janky controls that it had. You misplaced your original DS and you're sad? Oh no. There's this one game that I'm really curious to check out. It's a DS game, and it was Japanese only, but there's a fan translation, and I think it's a horror or like a spooky game, right? But the thing is, it's really meta in the way that you're constantly moving your DS from the standard held position to vertical, to horizontal, to vertical throughout the game. And it's like, you could not emulate that without having to reset your stream layout and the orientation of the emulator and stuff like that. So it's like, I really, really want to look at that game because it just looks really interesting. But to play it on stream, I would actually have to put it on an R4 card and put it through on like a recording, like an actual camera to see it. You'd say just put up with an original clamshell for streaming? Maybe. Maybe. I'm very picky. You're also very picky. You should understand that. Either that or we look into modding Wii U. Yeah, I don't know how much I trust the Wii U to actually play all the games available. Like, there's not much information about that. Your retro shop recently got a DS Lite with an NTR CFW firmware installed on it. I really wanted it, but it was at work. The what? Get a monitor and turn it on its side. Is that the wireless streaming firmware? Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, see, I think that... Yeah. Yeah. It's not as good as the actual capture device thing. You should just play Phasmo. It was only 3DS only, no DS or Virtual Console. Ah, that's sad. Yeah. I honestly did wonder, like, would people be interested in watching DS content through a camera? A real jank setup. Phasmo with Toki. Fucking Toki's too busy to play games with us now. Phasmo will break Toki now. Alright, I'm gonna keep playing this game. I'm gonna read out some more. And choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate next door cavern, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Present. His diary. What's that? That's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Toki was never the same after Danny left for the military. I think if you're wanting proper hardware, OG clamshell is the only way to go for now. That plus the R4 would be damn perfect for audience. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'd also have to look into it. Like, I don't mind using emulation, I guess. You're down, you'll boot up fast mode now, no worries. Probably not while I'm in the middle of streaming. Maybe you'll just buy yourself one. Are you gonna be the DS streamer now, Bumfluff? Yeah, Danikun went to the military. Did you not know? You miss Danikun so much. Strange, in what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That's strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So, if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? He fucking... But he let her, like, rearrange the books. That's silly. That's gonna be something later. That is gonna be something later. Really, you're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Are you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. That's the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move and we can leave the cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Let's go. Oh, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really, that must be awful. Oh, that's a big guy. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like, people in handcuffs? You're back with... some McDicks. And a finger injury from crushing into the door. No! I hope you're okay. I hope it didn't actually hurt too much. Did it once as a kid and your fingernail turned black. Jeez. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know. But the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. Ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Alright, let's have a little look-see. I want to know what this is. What is this? Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese. I wonder what that tastes like. Please, get the cheese. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... I suppose you're right. Please, let him have the cheese. Let the baby lawyer have some cheese. No bruising, but a little sore. Oh god. You eventually lost the nail. Jeez. Thanks, I hate it. Grab the cheese. I'm gonna try. You weren't actually gonna try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Or you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Please, let us have the cheese. I hope he gets some soon. What do you think this is? It has a very pleasant shape. Pleasing shape, isn't it? It looks like a boob. Is that what he means by pleasing shape? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best to not touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. It sounds really dangerous. Oh. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well it's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. This ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Alright. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in the cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, we're going in. Oh, nope. Nice belly button. Oh, oops. Excuse me. We, need to get inside this cabin here. The sailor's eyes speaks volume. They're clearly saying, keep out. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although, this man's version is definitely more effective. It doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. That's a problem. Maybe tempt him with that cheese. Alright. This looks like a plan of the SS Burya. It shows each deck, look. Shows each deck, look. Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a large lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago? The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth. Many, many times larger than the ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily in the sea since God created them. Well, I suppose so. Oh my god. That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, it looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? Yeah, that's how ships work. That's also how islands work. The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and steady sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. You were just wondering why we don't one day wake up and have bumped into New Zealand. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably, that means there was nothing to report. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer? That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid. Oh my god. Oh. We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. God, I'm not keeping up with you guys' conversations, I'm sorry. We're moving north? Really? I'm not a sailor, my mother gave me a name. I'm a senior crewman, Biff Stroganov. That's a terrible name. Oh, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Boats are scary. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Stroganov, about the first-class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Burya steamship. For very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That's why I'm always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganov is not animal. Thank you. If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? I'm guessing that's da. Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes, or no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Now you want beef stroganoff. Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes. It's tantalizing. Could you at least tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Osogis? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. Grimsby Roylott. He's a very important Western gentleman. Western gentleman. Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That's not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and we've been in Kazuma's cabin, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins. He must be rather important, is that right? Bumfluff is immortal. That's not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Duh, all the time. Some criminals like you cannot come in or get out. So criminals cannot? Yeah. Is he related to Popeye? I'm not sure. Got beef stroganoff, but not semen. Pity his name. Pity he's a seaman and his name is Beef Stroganoff. Beef seaman stroganoff. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I wonder, could they tell us something about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. I thought it was strong enough. Maybe. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which... Susato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly, no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said, no. Sorry. CJ. Why? I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Yeah, he fucking did look away, I think. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to the captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. You're gonna say Piccadilly too? Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as the English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. I think it's like because like certain things have like, you know, there's only 25 of these available. There probably is only 25 of those tokens printed. Good, now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Yeah, let's examine. Can we go in now? We go in here now. And this is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Wonder how many are in landfall. Yeah, exactly. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there that will help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. That's a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Oh, here he comes. I'm about to break the door down. Here he fucking goes. Mr. Sholmes. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. Doesn't? Then how the deuce do I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about the stress relief. No, he's not okay, Bump. He's really not okay. He's like, I must kick something. Oh, hello? Who are you? A Western gentleman. This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now. Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. He has scissors, yeah. Has mitts while holding scissors. You can tell he's Russian by the hat. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I'm a great detective among detectives, the one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So, I assure you, you may trust me completely. This man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. Wonder if he's actually just really hairy and that's actually his hair. Probably. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So, might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? What about that other sauce bag? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Hello? Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, the case just shook. Leave now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before the burly sailor returns. What? Oh my god! What are you doing? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. Whoops. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Is you like a hint machine? I'm not sure. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually. You're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. Do you know what the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. So, it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. I don't really know what his reaction will be because he has fucking scissors. Unless he was just using it to trim his beard. In that case, continue. You can keep doing that, that's fine. Well then, what are you about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian? I ask you. What? He just says that straight to his face. He's like, huh? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone. That's right. And Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on a first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence and biases the judgment. Shush, I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? I think it's his hair. I think it actually is his hair. Just as I thought, yes, I have quite made up my mind now. Is the joke gonna be that he screams like a girl? Maybe. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. He's the JoJo Part 3 hair hat combo. What do you mean? Unless this person isn't actually a Russian man and they're a woman, like, in disguise as a Russian man. And it's like, yeah. That's why it's like got the big beard and everything covering them. Everything might be fake. Yeah. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension and you realize that you have been discovered. Does it not? Ah. Oh, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What ineffable twaddle. Russian men disguised as a woman disguised as a man, like those dolls, just smaller Russians all the way down. Yeah. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. It's like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the colour has drained from Mr. Roylot's face. It looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. Elucidate? Music is cute. This must be like Sherlock Holmes's theme or something, because I think they did it before with him. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So I do quarterly invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put it plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Why does he not just put them down? Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. He wanted to trim his beard. Yeah, you're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is, why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. Which it would appear you have also read, Mr. Roylott. Makes you want to play Anno 1800? What is that? It sure needs no further clarification. It's interesting that they didn't know what a photo was, but the newspapers have photos in them as well. I just noticed that. Maybe that hasn't reached Japan yet. Because they're like, whoa, this is the first time I've seen a photographic print. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, a villain Bolshevik. Bolshevik. Sholmes is a great character. He's very fun. City builder with a focus on production chains. Oh, okay. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. A revolutionary on the run. Wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to lead their eyes astray, you see. Don't know that word. Ah. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly more than the mouth. He is sexy. Diva. Propensity. Thank you. Did I accidentally skip one? No. The answer we seek lies where the furtive falls. Furtive? Fuck, there's so many words that I can't pronounce in this game. The proof of a crime sits before our very eyes, yes, in that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. They're kind of older words. Yeah. They're words that, like, you don't hear. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Would be the identity here. Dear me, we are not well suited for the life of crime, are we? Your careless I don't know, betrays you. I don't know, fucking this game, man. I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, half the time to words. Once again, we only need to follow your furtive glance to find the answer. It said as coup, okay. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. But there is another, most stimulating article. We turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Renowned prima ballerina of Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to one conclusion. Your crime is that of an abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Like Pavlova. Thus concludes Hellockstrom's great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elemensky. A glance that takes comprehensive view. Crude, I think. Okay. You've never had Pavlova? Crudier. You're here to see Taxi read complicated words. I am fucking failing. How you doing, Tiredrick? I feel like if I was playing this on my own, I would be Googling a lot of the words. Just because I don't know a lot of them, but because I'm on stream, I can't really... I can't really Google them. Rename stream to Taxi Learns Big Words. I don't think anything will ever beat when I couldn't read Endeavor. I think that will never be beaten. Because like as soon as like I heard the actual pronunciation, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm an idiot. I'm just drinking, sorry. How are you saying it? I can't even remember. Oh god, what was it? Endeavor, I think, is what my brain was trying to say. Endeavor. And I was so stuck because everyone's sending like, I don't know, accentuating the or sound at the end, like OR. And I'm like, how the fuck do you pronounce that? But the thing is, as an Australian, we don't pronounce it endeavor. It's endeavor. So like, it just didn't click with me. Yeah, it's endeavor. And no one in the chat ever said the AH kind of thing. When they were like, everyone was trying to make me pronounce it correctly, but no one said the AH. And I think if someone had said that, it would have instantly clicked, because I'm like, I was really stuck on this or part of it, because I don't say endeavor. It's endeavor. Yeah. It took me so fucking long, and like Bumfluff had to yell it to me. Sorry for enunciating. That's okay. But the thing is though, you yelled it to me and you said endeavor. So I'm just like, oh, okay, yep, endeavor. You get called out by autocorrect all the time for putting A's and E's in wrong places. There's some words that like, I've relied on autocorrect for so long that because I spell it wrong so often, autocorrect has stopped trying to tell me to spell it correctly. Like one word in particular that I always get wrong is definitely. I don't know why, but definitely I can never remember like, oops, I accidentally pressed the button. I can never remember how to spell it. And because I spell it wrong all the time, because I use definitely all the time, apparently. And my autocorrect is just like, nah, fuck ya. You're on your own. So I have to try and remember how to actually spell it. Definitely is how I always want to spell it. Definitely. What is... Hang on, I need to type it. Yeah, so it's F-I-N-I. But I think it's like D-E-F-I-N-E or A? T-L-E-Y? And it's like, I always forget that, like, the extra I. And I always get it wrong. I feel like the E is easy to miss. I think it's always the second I for me that I always get wrong. But yeah, no, my autocorrect's just going like, nah, fuck yeah, you can just get it wrong every time. If I think about it, I can get it correctly. But if I'm like quickly typing, I could never get it right. But that's just one word for me that has just always... I don't know, I've just always had trouble with that word. All right. What was the last thing that said? Yep. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sherm's brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Center and center really fucks with you. Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Sherms, could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions, would you mind? Not at all, go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... these two men look nothing like each other. Definitely, is how it sounds in my head. Yeah, I think that's similar to how I get it wrong. Like, how it's spelt doesn't really look like how I say it, I guess. That's the same with endeavor. Like, Or you are at the end really fucked with me because I'm like, it's an A, it's endeavor for me. Not endeavor. Which is how I got stuck on that for so long. Yes, I recall our discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, will be able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylett does look a lot more like this man than you do. That's not the point. Definitely. At least in your head. Definitely. Definitely? Okay, yeah. Definitely. I don't know. It's just one word that always gets me. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. I remember one time I was typing something to my friend and autocorrect, instead of autocorrecting to definitely, it autocorrected to defiantly. And it was something like, I sent my friend something and it's like, oh yeah, I'll defiantly come. And it's like, like we were organizing a meeting up. And it was like, oh yeah, instead of I'll definitely come, it was like, I'll defiantly come. And they like, were like, what the fuck? You can never spell diarrhea. No! No, CJ! You made me accidentally press a button. That's what you heard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for wording it wrongly. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it's too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed it really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Dyslexia is a hard word to spell. It's kind of unfortunate because, like, yeah. Like, I feel like when they have words that are related to, like, spelling, and they have to make them, like, really difficult. Your mind is in the gutter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I need a self-bonk. There we go. For saying it so wrong. The fact that multiple people implied it that way. Read it into that way. Well, if she is 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out of the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness to their bodies. Vinegar. For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might... No, CJ. No. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and logic that seems a little off. It had to be done. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mr. Sato. They're calling in each other Miss and Mr. in this one. But previously they were saying like not like Susato-san and stuff like that, like not long ago. But now they've switched to Miss Susato all of a sudden. It's just one or two keywords in his deduction that seemed to let him down. It was only right of you. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we could unlock the true genius of Mr. Sherm's great deduction. Are you saying that that Dr. Wilson was also swapping his words, so his deductions were like smart? Like his deductions have always been shitty, but Dr. Wilson is doing what we're going to do to his deductions. On the plus side, you came to an answer while typing the statement, so we're all winners. Oh no. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Ha 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 ha. Man, King, are you okay? It's not that funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists. Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sherms, you're a marvel. Dr. Watson is Dr. Wilson in this. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we're finished. I'm not worried, in fact. I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Old man's identity. A revolutionary on the run. So, the dubious-looking Russian man, Mr. Roylott. Obviously, what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Yeah? Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt it's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a key word here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it's really his beard that he's intending to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott going to use those enormous shears for? Aha! Copious beard. The cat. The cat. Wow. Wait, what the fuck? What is this? Golden locks?
Yes!
I see what's going on. I see. Oh, look at him. You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Yeah, it is a woman. That's what I said. I was like, it's gonna be a woman. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail as intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, and judging from the length of the sheen in your hair, one's still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. It sure needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Okay, so that's not it. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise. Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? It looks like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly, he, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes, let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try and hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Alright. I guess we present that.
Yes!
As the back of it? No. Are you quite concentrating? You've identified exactly what I did originally. Oh yes, so I have. Sorry. Well, I do understand as imitable as I am, people do like to try. But you won't make a great detective like that, not even a great detective's assistant. An assistant's assistant then? Alright, I'll think again. Alright, so do we need to maybe... under that disguise, he is a young woman. I feel like we have some evidence here somewhere that might reveal who she is. Have a look through the evidence. Do we need to examine this and look at the back and get more information? This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you noticed this article. Ah. Allow me to give a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. It pops up everywhere, this Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. Hello, Miss Kate. How are you? How are you? Oh my god. I just remembered that. I went to like, I don't know, touch my forehead, and then I remembered that I cut my hair again. And I have my fringe back because it's been growing out for a long time. And I was just like, oh yeah, I have hair on my head again, like on my forehead. Startled me. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. You'll never know that feeling ever again. Aww. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles? Rubles? Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? Rubles. I don't know how to pronounce that currency. I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Rubles? Susato's son's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is property of the Novovik Ballet. It would seem the director is beside himself with worry. Rubles. Okay. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance and all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Rubles. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Article about the ballerina has entered the court record. Nice. So yeah, you gotta like inspect shit. You gotta inspect shit like multiple times to be able to add it to your thing. There we go.
Yes!
I will never understand why kangaroo testicles are turned into bottle openers and shit to sell to tourists. Yeah, I don't know. The evidence that reveals your true identity is of course the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. I really like the like composition of these scenes. It's really neat. Like how they're like appearing in front of the evidence and stuff, like it's cool. It would appear we're finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovik Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Ah! Oh no. It's got a lot of life compared to the original trilogy. Yeah, definitely. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Hello, ma'am. My PC died as I said hello earlier. Oh no! How are you, Miss Kate? I said hello. I hope your PC is fine. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah. And I assure you, the eyes speak as much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. And the proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. I don't... This woman's the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So, clearly she can't be inside the traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime the young woman is apparently committing? Aha, as you can see, I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. This.
Yes!
The proof to your crime is surely is this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers at the Novovic Ballet. Is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000. The fuck is this? Fuck off, EA. It's got this pop-up that from like the EA fucking game browser thing. It's like, sign into your EA account. I'm like, fuck off. I hate this shit. It was like that when it was like... Wait, no. Was EA Origin? Was it originally called Origin? I can't remember. Maybe I should sign in. No. It was like that with fucking Origin. And I installed Origin because I think I got The Sims on it. And it kept fucking doing that. And I think it was one night I was raiding on WoW, doing like progression raiding on Mythic, and it popped up and it fucking made me die or like wipe the raid or something. And I'm like, fuck Origin, you are out of my computer, and I uninstalled it then and there. No, it's called like EA Launcher or something now. But I think, actually no. They have both. They are running both at the same time, Lapsod. Some games only work for Origin, some are the new EA launcher. Yeah, it's so bad. And yeah, like it did it to me at the worst moment, and I feel like it was either it killed me or like I killed a bunch of people because like I exploded on top of people in progression rating. And I went right off about it. And my guild is like, it's okay. I was so mad. Sims 4 is shit. I hate when you buy a game on Steam and they load up EA or Uplay to play the game. Yeah, fuck that. I've only played a little bit of Sims 4, but honestly, I think Sims 2 is still my favorite Sims game. I think they're just too overly complicated. Like, I don't care. I don't care enough. Sims 2 is good. Yeah, honestly, like, I'd be hard to choose between Sims 2 and Sims 1. Like, they're both quite good. But I just feel like once it hit 3, it got overly complicated. And I'm like, I don't care about all this in-depth, like professions and shit like that. Like, I don't care about that. It just got too much like management in that sense. Just give me a home and some Sims and I'll just watch them slowly die because I'm terrible at the game. Actually, when I was a little kid and I played The Sims, when my Sim died and like the Grim Reaper showed up, it scared the fuck out of me. It was so scary. It was so scary when the Grim Reaper showed up. I was like absolutely fucking terrified because my Sim died and there was fucking death there. You made your Sim a pop star and also a magician. Your sister used to cry when burglars appeared. But yeah, no, I think The Sims 2 might be the best Sims. I think it's a much needed improvement over The Sims 1. But then The Sims 3, I think just got too complicated for my little pea brain. And I was like, it's not holding me as much. So I think Sims 2 might be the best Sims for me. But Sims 1 is also very good. I'd like to dick around in The Sims 1 or something on the XP machine we have. I'd like to play that. I think I might have all the Sims 2 through Origin though. I think I have all of them. So I could probably play that on this computer. Dunno. There's a ghost repairman? Sims 2 you find is harder than 3, really? Alright. Downloaded the hamster. Alright, I'm getting back to the game. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no. Yes, you've left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Ah! She's really cute. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's a runaway all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. The sweet release of death. Oh, I'm still a repairman. Disease hamster. There's a free hamster pet download you can get from the official Sims download site made by one of the devs, but he programmed it to make Sims sick and die for some reason. Wow, that's really cool. I like that. It's like a it's like an IRL creepypasta or something. Alright, I will tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of the case, even before I have laid eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? You're careless... I've forgotten how to fucking pronounce that. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. If it bit you or something, you just die. What the fuck? The reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the wall. He completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe. Why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then the answer has another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree, that's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Alright, what have we got? Picture. It's on the shelf. It's on the shelf. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yes!
Yep. Because she has an animal and the rules say you can't have an animal. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside the case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage of this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. I didn't mean to click that. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. Seeing Sherms dance around is very cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying this scene. Which leaves one possibility. Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case. You hope it's a chonky cat? Is the last item listed in the Forbidden Vessel's rules of passage a pet? Look how cute they are. Look how little smug little mouth Naruhodo has. Yay, deduction complete. Oh, I love them. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Which couldn't have been easy. The Burya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you, about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. Ah, Link's Raid, thanks for following. How are you? The Sims Goes loony and die. Yeah. I feel like the later Sims have lots of very interesting like death things. Like I know that you used to like, I don't know, there used to be things like you'd drown or, you know, you'd accidentally, you know, set the house on fire. But like those things like you could be scared to death and stuff like that. But I feel like the later Sims I think have a lot of different ones. You don't approve of them recycling it even as an Easter egg? Ah. Yeah, I guess that is a bit nasty. More like a full set of pipes if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself so no one would recognize me? As a result, you transformed yourself to that questionable old man? I see. Sims 4 Saw expansion. I put on the fur hat and fake beard, and then just before you came in here, I saw the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. Now we shall really play a game. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. So I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Forker's new outfit? Okay. There we go. Things that happen that sometimes... Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? Ah, T-chan, thanks for raiding. USS Pinchy. Nightmon, thank you for following. Welcome everyone. You was just chatting. What are you chatting about? Get some wets, thank you. I will. Thank you for the wets. Is that a crab in the bikini? It definitely is. Thank you for the shout out. It is a crab in bikini, yeah. Yeah, how was your stream? How was your stream? What were you chatting about? How did you go with your, the final of the 24-hour stream the other day? I was out, so I missed the end of it. Had to be out during the day. But yeah, welcome everyone. If you guys are new here, I'm Taxi. I'm currently playing the Great Ace Attorney. I like retro games, Ace Attorney, and I don't know, just all-round comfy times. I'm also an undead cat girl, so if that's a selling point. It's a good stream. Didn't know it was curable. Thought it was just death. Oh, really? You're knocked out after it, though. Yeah, I think Bumfluff said you were going like a couple hours after the 24 hours. I was like, geez. Madness. But yeah, I hope your stream was good. Thank you so much for raiding in. You were right. It's my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. There's an imposter Amorgus? Amorgus? You enjoyed the Shrek reading? You only caught the tail end of WAP Hour? Oh my god, WAP Hour. If it's not a chonky cat, you should report it to the captain. I think it's gonna be a danger noodle. I think it's gonna be a big danger noodle. Yes, alright. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Wasn't it something? Mr. Shrome's great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. It's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. My They're back on. How is he doing that? Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? I guess they couldn't have done the fancy deduction scene without with the shackles on. Sholmes isn't a detective, he's a witch. There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it, really? Oh, thank you for following, Orsini. How you doing? Late to the raid? That's all good. A lot of great Ace Attorney Chronicles kind of parodies Sherlock stories, and there's a lot of references to stories in the game. Yeah, I think they keep bringing up like actual Sherlock Holmes stories. But yeah, have you played this Huddersfield Necro? This is my first playthrough. I'm very excited to play. You finished the first game on Saturday. Did you like it? Was it good? I'm guessing you're a fan of Ace Attorney? Kinda ran out of steam because the next game starts with a tutorial thing. Yeah. You love Ace Attorney? Nice. Yeah, Ace Attorney's probably like my favorite series. So I was very excited to get this game and finally play it. I was 14 on school holidays. I was like, haha, lawyer game, what? But, yep. Then spent 2 weeks playing the original trilogy on DS. That sounds a lot like me. Yeah, I'd never played anything like Ace Attorney before it, so I'm glad I found it. I'm glad some friends recommended it to me. I imagine you'd need a little breather, yeah. You kind of prefer the English objection because it hits harder? Yeah? This one?
Objection!
I have a button for one.
Objection!
I have to set up more sound commands. I've only got a couple. Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. You love it. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary really was. Alright, can we look? Let me see. Don't touch. Huh? I will tell you what I know about last night, but please, you must not touch my things. How do you say, forbid it? Oh, sorry. As well as you should be, young man. What vulgar manners you have. You gotta eat dinner, but you hope you have fun with Ace Attorney. That's alright. Enjoy your dinner, and thank you so much for raiding in. I really appreciate it. Hope you have tasty dins. Remember when Daimono had lots of sound commands, then slowly he took them away from us? Actually, it was mostly overnight. I don't know. It would be either... I think if I got too many commands, I'd probably set them on like a timer, like a bigger timer. Or maybe make it like... I wonder if there's a way that like only, like it's like a sub perk or something, I don't know. Like if people are actually spamming them, I'd have to work out a solution. But for now, anyone can use them. Definitely got problematic with spam at times. Fair enough. But yeah, like, for now it's okay. For now it's all fine. Or maybe they could be a like a channel point redemption or something, so people have to pay to use them. Just ban people that spam. I would give warnings, not to be naughty. Poking around in a young lady's private belongings, neither shall I allow it. Gah, hypocrite. Alright, let's speak to her. Oops. Let's ask about her friend. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rule of passage. Oh please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious, then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Ah. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. In the cutscenes in Japanese voices, you can hear them saying the copyrighted names despite Sherlock being in public domain. Yeah, he was originally Sherlock. But yeah, I guess they didn't really worry about the Japanese language version. I imagine if you changed your accounts, your I was about to call it a DS. Your Switch's account's language, it would also be the proper names. Because I assume it would be in Japanese. Yeah. Pavlova seems like a baby. She is a baby. You think Hello Sholmes fits the tone better? It fucking does though. Like, it is the most appropriate Ace Attorney name. Like, of course it's Sherlock Sholmes. What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Huh, you credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may as well ask. I have no idea. I love him. All the names are like a pun, right? Yeah, like, so many names are puns in Ace Attorney, so it's just really fitting to have Sherlock Sholmes. Like, I'm not mad. Red, white, April, May. Fucking salmonella. And then in this game, we had in English, yes sir, no sir. So yes sir, no sir. And then his son, I don't know sir. Like, fucking... the names. They're still going with it. You may as well ask. I have no idea. Ouchie? Yeah. Huh? You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. It must. Russian being cold as it is, it would suck for lizards. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Chimkin? Well, it would appear this friend's identity is closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. What do we have to show her? I guess we could ask her about what he saw. This is a diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 AM, I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then, a few minutes later, 1:35 AM, what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins this cabin, you see. Was Ace Attorney 2 the one with the clown? I feel like that's the third game. I think that's the third game. I think a lot of people, because a lot of people say the third in the trilogy is the best one. But I feel like I've always thought, yeah, but it has the circus case. I could be wrong though, I've forgotten. It's been a very long time since I've played them, like in order. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin would be the victim. This cabin and the cabin This cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Hey Vito, how are you? The circus case is the second one. Okay. I'm trying to think of the third game then. I used to fucking know like the order of all the cases, but it's been so long. Has the cyborg looking dude. Okay. Hey CFF, how are you? Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? You're good? That's good. No. I don't know anything. Oh. Okay. Alright. I actually might have a quick break because it's been over 2 hours and I've not stood up and stretched and stuff, so I might do that. Alright. I've also been sitting at the hairdresser for hours earlier, so I've been sitting down all day. I need to stand up. Alright, I'll be back. Everyone, go also stretch. Go back. Hello, I'm back. How was everyone's break? I went and finished my drink and then ate some chips. Because Bombfluff apparently bought some chili chips and I was like, yes, please give me. I needed them. Welcome back. Thank you. Chili chips. Yeah. I don't know what brand. Maybe Bombfluff knows. You have some mini strawberry donuts. That sounds so good. I love donuts. Kettle chili chips. Yum. Thought you meant chips, not chips. I can understand the confusion, Danica. They're very flavorful kind of chili. They're very nice. I also like kettle chips because they're like, they have a good crunch to them. They have a good crunch. You saw a video? On making kettle style chips. It looked easy. Ah. You linked us the video. Don't believe I asked, how's the taxi doing today? Are things all good on the upside down part of the world? Things are doing okay over here. At least where I am. Today was... I mean, I don't do a lot. So saying like, oh, I did a few things today, but the things are like, I did some grocery shopping and got my hair cut. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot for me when I don't do a lot. So I'm actually quite tired from it, but... Did we learn what's in the box? No, we haven't. We haven't yet. She won't tell us. It starts from a cold fry. What? I'll have to look at the chips video again. I feel like I've watched a lot of those things that are like, you know, on how it's made and something like that. And it's like, I've completely forgotten. So like whenever that comes up again on like the rotation of YouTube videos, I'm like, whoa, that's how it's made. If that's something to you, that's all that matters. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't do a lot. I hang out with my cats and stream. That's all I do. Actually, no. I hang out with my cats, I stream, and I draw a lot. Yeah. And a lot of time doing commissions and drawing. That's about it. You have cats? I have 2 cats. I have 2 cats. On the Discord, we have a channel. It's called Glinny and Georgie. We post pictures of my 2 cats in there. More than I do, stupid lockdowns. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're slightly in like a borderline scare of a lockdown, I think. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying not to go anywhere currently, but we had to go to the shops to get some groceries. And I had a hairdresser appointment, so couldn't really cancel that again. How have you never noticed this cat channel? I guess we don't post in it a whole lot. Make sure you stay safe. Yeah, definitely. I have been staying safe. Been using hand sanitizer whenever like I enter and leave shops, and when I get home I wash my hands well and wear a mask, you know, all that fun stuff. I've been keeping safe. Some people don't check out Discord channels either, unless they actively use it. Yeah, it also depends, like, if the channel, like the actual channel itself is active. Like, I feel like posting Glinny and Georgie updates is quite rare lately. I don't know. Gotten out of the habit of posting them. No hairdressers allowed still. All my local supermarkets are COVID hotspots too often for you to want to go. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like, the fact we're like kind of borderline of like, we're going to observe it for like the next 24 to 48 hours and then give a decision. Like, we've passed that time, but basically as soon as we get in lockdown, I would have done an online order for groceries instead. But we didn't get a lockdown, so I was just like, it'll be fine. Yeah, Bumfluff mostly posts. But yeah, and then my hairdresser is actually, she works out of her own home. So it's not like I go to like a center where there's lots of people. Like, she probably only has like 1 or 2 clients a day kind of thing. So it's not a super high risk kind of thing to do either. All right, what were we doing? I was talking to her. You hate online grocery shopping? Me too. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh, that's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? You probably should have just gone to a hairdresser. I mean, like, I try not to go to the hairdresser too often. Like, it's been a while since I had been previously. And, like, I've had, like, you know, over an inch of, like, regrowth of my dyed hair, and the red in my hair had been like completely drained out and stuff like that, so it was looking pretty crusty, and like I think I was like overdue like 2 appointments or so, because I think our last one was during a slight lockdown and stuff like that, so it's like I was really desperate to go. But also, like, I'm not that fast. I also don't go anywhere, so it doesn't really matter if my hair is that bad. You work as an online shopper. You ended up making relatively regrettable decisions. Oh no. They always tell you don't have this or that and try to push some cheap shit. Yeah, man, last time we got an online order, we bought like we added to the cart like one of the big packs of Up and Goes. You know, like those little breakfast drink things. And it was like, they're like a 12 pack or something. And instead of substituting like the 3 pack equivalent of 12, so like, you know, the multiple packs of 3s, they only gave us 2 packs of the 3, so we only had 6, so we had half of what we ordered. And it's just like, you couldn't throw us 2 more to equal out to the fucking 12 we ordered? I was very mad about that. You'd figured you'd use an automatic razor, and it's definitely something. Oh no. It's probably overpriced. Yeah. You can't give much overprice. Yeah, true. It's just like, I don't know. If you order a quantity, I think that you should get the same quantity. I don't know. Because sometimes you've ordered something that's in a small amount and they've given you a huge amount instead as a substitution. Like, I've ordered like, I don't know, like a 250-gram block of cheese, and they're like, oh no, we don't have that, but here's a fucking 500-gram block of cheese, like double the amount. You're like, okay, thank you. You bitch about it all the time, yeah. Double cheese, half price. You can't go less. Always have to go more. Took a picture and posted it on social media and tagged them. Oh, hang on, I missed it. Last time you went to the actual supermarket, they had a bunch of cleaning products you ordered, and they said they didn't have any. Ah, that sucks. Hair grows back, right? It does. It does. Can I have your hair back, like, right now? Oh, no, I'm sure it's fine. Like, yeah, hair grows back. And some people's hair grows really quickly. Like, it'll be back in no time. Usually the rules are we stay in the same brand but larger size. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean, Danikon. It's like, I would have rather them just, like, given us the refund of the 12-pack of the item, then given us 6 of them for the same price as the 12-pack. It's like, we did get less and less value out of it. Oh well. Probably should have given a refund. Yeah, I think it was because we're like, yeah, we're fine with substitutions, go for it. But their substitution wasn't an actual substitution. We got less of the exact same product. It was just because it wasn't in the big packet. Your hair was shoulder length in December 2019. It was at waist length when you got a haircut last week. Jesus, your hair's so long, Vito. What the fuck? If you didn't mind a different flavor. I think they gave us the right flavor at least. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps the steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. You try not to sub different flavors and different brands too much, because I know people don't like it. Yeah. I mean, if you gave me, like, if I ordered a chocolate up and go and someone gave me banana, I think I would throw hands. Fuck banana. I hate banana flavor. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovic Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. You hate banana in general? Yeah, I don't like bananas. I'll never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I want to start a new life. You wish to forget a challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder? But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. Instead of throwing hands, try a boomerang. It's more effective. Cases are further out at the moment, but we're still technically in lockdown. Aww. A lot of people are skin sensitive to laundry stuff, so you don't sub that. Yeah. I have no money for my own. The Novovic Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of the ship. They have all been so kind to me. They let me come aboard, and they said I could hide in this cabin. That'll be your last Australian joke for the day. That's okay. I don't mind. Australians really don't mind if you take the piss out of Australia. Because we always We always also take the piss out of ourselves, so it honestly is fine. It is true. Different color capsicums. I don't think that'd bother me in all honesty. Actually, I do prefer red capsicums over green capsicums, but I wouldn't actually be mad if I got the wrong one. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates the most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... You always had this misconception that red capsicums were hotter. Red capsicums are actually, like, sweeter, aren't they? Because of the way they look like chilies, yeah. Like, I think red capsicums are tastier to eat, like, if you had them raw, like in a salad. But green capsicums, I wouldn't eat them raw. I think they're a bit... They taste different. You read capsicum of Capricin? Capsicums are bell peppers for most other countries, but we call them capsicums. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. Yeah, bell pepper. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Not hyped about having to drive at rush hour. Oh no. Hopefully it's not too bad. However, the SS Burya stopped at no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So, how is it, pray, that you come to be on board? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. It's not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. Eprotech. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It's how the Russian newspaper described one of my performances. And that's how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. The fuck? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. So they are speaking English! Man, his fucking English improved in like 2 weeks. Amazing. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from the wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Imagine being able to speak English. Wouldn't know anything about that. Oops. What am I doing? Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes? What? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I will come now. What? You must leave, now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out. The passenger said out. You want me to throw you out? Ugh. It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. Oh no. What a pity. We still don't see what the pet was. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Oh, we finished the chapter. Ah. I was actually thinking I was going to end when I finished the next chapter because it was taking ages. But that's okay, we're nearly at 3 hours, so maybe I should call it. It'd be a bit of a long stream if I did another chapter. But I'm also streaming Ace Attorney 2 times a week, so I don't mind not pushing myself too hard. Good setup for the next court case at least, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind I don't mind ending it at this sort of point. That's fine with me. Alrighty. Can I say purple? Purple? How come? Do Australians say it weird? No specific reason, you just wanted to hear it. Can you say crayon? Yes, crayon? I know a lot of Americans always ask Australians to say no because they think we say it really weird. Not that crayon. No, Danikun. Oh my gosh. What? It's true. We say no weirdly. Cran, yeah. 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 At least cran isn't crown. Must depend on where they are, like where you are in the US to pronounce it like that. Alright. Alrighty, right. Does anyone know if Ripple is wrapping up? Because she's on her just chatting at the moment. So I was just wondering if she's finishing, or if I should find someone else to raid. If anyone's been lurking there. That made your day. Because otherwise I'm happy to raid Ripple, but if she's ending, you've had her muted. Ah, okay. That's all good. Maybe I can just raid into her anyway. She can send us on to somewhere nice. Ripple Desu? Yeah. Yeah. You've been lurking because of spoilers. Yeah, fair enough. I understand that. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I'll see you guys on Friday. I hope you guys liked the Tuesday stream. It won't be late next week because I won't have a fucking 3-hour hair appointment. All good. Oh, hi Curry, how are you? I'm sorry we are ending. But yeah. Okay, everyone post taxi raid beep beep when we go through. Taxi raid beep beep, copy it, post it, say hi to Ripple. She's very lovely. She's very, very lovely. Everyone, go say hi. Alright. Good night. Good night, everyone. See you on Friday. Friday we are playing Harry Potter on the PC. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Be there for weird Harry Potter old games. Alright, see you guys. Bye.